Megalodon Media News. We give you all the news nobody is talking about.
Megalodon Media.
It's the Megalodon.
Megalodon Media News. Yeah. We give you all the news. This one is kind of disturbing to me, though, because it involves being in jail. And, you know, there's Alvin S. Glenn. It's a South Carolina jail in Richland County. It's being investigated by the Department of Investigation. They launching a civil rights investigation after the death of Lason Butler. And the Department of Justice found themselves in another jail probe following the gruesome death of a black inmate. The victim's family says his body was found riddled by rat bites in his solitary confinement cell. And what is solitary confinement? You sit in the cell 23 hours. That'll 23 hours. And you shouldn't be sitting there for no traffic violations. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what the brother did to be in solitary confinement, but he shouldn't be neglected. So let me tell y'all something. Once you get behind them jail cells and they slam that door shut, that's it. You at the mercy of them. You know. If they forget about you, and sometimes I ain't gonna lie, sometimes they be spiteful about things. If they don't like you, they'll just let you sit in there. They don't like you, you know, whatever reason. You know, I'm telling you, I done been through it. But this brother lost his life because they neglected him. And he was found riddled with rat bites in his solitary confinement cell. The Department of Justice announced 2 civil rights investigations into the conditions of the Sheriff Al Cannon Detention Center and Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center. All right. Located in South Carolina, the statement says. The feds say they decided that they decided there was significant justification to launch the probe based on an extensive review of public information by families, allegations by families that their loved ones died from a use of force and negligence. But here's the thing, y'all. These jails been using force and negligence for as long as I can remember. Yeah. This ain't nothing new. They need to be investigated. Because they'll throw you in a cell and just treat you like an animal, right? And the thing is about that, when you in a county jail, most of the people in the county jail haven't even been to court yet to even say if they're guilty or innocent. You know, there's people in there that's innocent, you know, you treat like animals. And sometimes the people like the COs, I'm not going to say all of them, but some of them get off on treating inmates bad. Yes. Yes, you see it on the news. You see they bringing in drugs. You know, they treat them like animals, pure animals. And so that got to be addressed, you know. And so once you get behind that cell and that door shut, that's it. You really don't have, you can't do anything for yourself. You know what I mean? One of those inmates was 27-year-old Lason Butler. He was booked into the Alvin S. Glenn Detention Center in January for several traffic charges. Y'all. Solitary confinement, y'all, for traffic charges. That ain't even cool. However, his family claims he was isolated to solitary confinement and denied medical care and or basic needs like water. They wouldn't give the brother no water. He was denied medical care, which means he requested medical care. Man, come on, y'all. Now, CEOs, y'all, come on. I know y'all go through a lot of. I know there's some crazy people out here. I know y'all get a lot of people in y'all jails, right? I know. But listen, man. I don't know whether they need to have more training, diversity training, or what. But y'all need training because how y'all throw a guy in a cell and don't check on him? And where y'all get rats from? Y'all got rats? I didn't even know they had rats, yo. Straight up. His screams for help went ignored. They said by February, the report says he died of dehydration. His body was 42 pounds lighter and covered with rat bites, which his family attorney, Bakari Sellers, said Maine Butler while he was still alive. Now, this don't make sense, man. For real. That means this brother was in the cell screaming for help, getting bit. They did that on purpose, y'all. That's on purpose. Yes, I hate to say it. It was on purpose. You don't just throw a man in the cell and let him get bit up by rats. I didn't even know they had rats. Yo, for real, that's crazy. Man, this is terrible. His death was ruled a homicide, y'all. A homicide. Somebody going to jail for a long time. Yeah, and I want y'all to put them in the same cell y'all put him in with the rats. Please. I want y'all to go, yes. Because this don't make sense. People confined in local jails across the country do not abandon their civil rights. You know what I'm saying? You don't abandon your civil rights and your constitutional rights just because you're in jail. You're still a human being. You know what I'm saying? You're innocent until proven guilty. So how you just going, I mean, you can't treat a man like that, man. Straight up. These CEOs, no, they go home after 12 hours. I think they working the CEOs too much because on the real, they feel like they locked up because they doing 12 hours working. Shit, that's half of the time they alive. And a day is only 24 hours in a day. So you spending 12 hours with inmates? Yeah. I think at some point they probably crack. You know what I'm saying? They might start feeling like they in jail too. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, what is it? Y'all help me understand this. But you don't, just because you're locked up doesn't mean that you don't have constitutional rights, humane rights. You know what I'm saying? Attorney General Kristen Clark for the Justice Department's Civil Rights Division. We are launching these investigations to determine whether the jail conditions in two of South Carolina's largest counties comply with basic constitutional standards. That's all we need. I mean, you know, a penalty is one thing, but losing your life for a traffic violation or something small, for negligence, you know, that shouldn't happen, y'all. I mean, come on. I mean, that really makes no sense. I mean, and public outcry, public information always helps. You know, don't be afraid to speak out. Complain. If it affects you, complain. Because that's the only way they're going to be able to fix it. That's the only way. They're not going to be able to fix it. You got to fix it. But that's the only way anything's going to get done, if you get what I'm saying. Complain. Don't just be quiet when shit like this happens because, you know, hey, rest in peace to Lason Butler. Rest in peace to Lason Butler, man. Yeah. Condolences goes out to the family. And y'all keep your head up out there. Stay away from the police. Megalodon Media News. Yeah.